from Diageo Zambrano. His Twitter handle is Work for Food. I've been following Zambrano for like, I would say over a decade. I remember the time when Zambrano had started this company called Bonzi. Then after Bonzi, he joined Work & Co. And now he's left Work & Co. to build his own food startup. If you have a purpose, but you are bothered about competition, working towards the same purpose, your ego is still speaking louder than your purpose. Be honest about what's driving you. The real competition is working against the purpose, not towards it. Competitors working towards the same purpose can be your allies if everyone lets their egos aside. This philosophy can be applied to education as well. That you encourage kids to find answers and seek the answers and remove tests from the equation, because tests inherently make it competitive. I mean, the whole education system is like designed as a ridiculous program to get kids into universities and colleges. Like only a top percentile get into the best schools and colleges. Another thing I can take away from here is that if you want to be an artist, or if you want to have your own YouTube channel, it's so common to open up Instagram and see a whole bunch of posts by some famous influencer and be like, oh my God, they have 1 million followers. Their artwork is so cool. I'm never going to get there. And you get like this imposter syndrome. You get this paralysis by analysis. So I would say that if you have a purpose, you want to put your voice out there, you want to do something, just do it. Ignore the competition. Forget that other people are doing it. Just bring your own perspective and angle at it. In fact, there's like this popular saying that everything that had to be said has already been said. You don't need to be unique. You could literally just say what has already been said and share that. Kind of doing that with this show, right? When you want to be, let's say in my case, I want to be on YouTube. I see so many other YouTubers who have like millions of followers and I'm like, I'm never going to get there. And it seems like such a far-fetched goal, an idea that it's not even in my reality. I believe more in like the day-to-day and a systems approach versus a goals approach. This is something that James Clear talks about in Atomic Habits, which is that instead of being goals-oriented, be systems-oriented. So design your day-to-day and the goals will automatically be achieved. And that's just how I've been living my life as well, which is I just focus on what is the best I can do today, be it my workout, my eating, my consumption. Great tweet, Zambrano. Big fan. Next tweet. Adam Lucas. A wise man once said, nothing at all. Okay, next tweet. When you see things that aren't there, you are either a visionary or a lunatic. The only difference is execution, which is driven by skills and ability. All success passes through continual honing of craft. It is the true repeatable thing over which you have direct control. Again, I think this tweet by Gary Tan is talking about that same concept, which is that if you focus on executing daily and not be tied up in perfection, the volume of work that you do compound into quality. Going back to that tweet from Zambrano, which is when you see so many people doing the thing that you want to be doing, instead of looking at them as competition, look at them as your allies. Look at them as your peers to learn from. Because ultimately people are going to tune in for you. They're going to want to know your perspective on that thing. Like just think about Bollywood. Bollywood literally makes the same love story 1 million times. And yet with different actors, slight variances in the storytelling, some movies are still so refreshing to watch. On that same note, I'm reading this book called Show Your Work. And it kind of talks about and touches on these same ideas, which is that, for example, you don't have to be a genius. Think process, not product. Share something small every day. Open up your cabinet of curiosities. He's talking about this idea that there's no such thing as a lone genius. It's through an aggregation of work and working alongside peers who are trying to do the same thing that genius happens. He's referring to this concept of Genius. Under this model, great ideas are often birthed by a group of creative individuals, artists, curators, thinkers, theorists, and other tastemakers who make up an ecology of talent. That genius is not about being an individual, but about a collective of people and ideas. To take people behind the scenes of your process and your purpose, instead of working towards a polished piece, show people how you make the piece itself. This is probably my most favorite chapter, which is send out a daily dispatch. Firstly, by sending out a daily dispatch like this, is that you take the pressure off, you lower the expectation also. It just puts you in the habit of producing and creating. I'll share one more thing from this book. You want hearts, not eyeballs. Stop worrying about how many people follow you online and start worrying about the quality of people who follow you. Don't waste your time reading articles about how to get more followers. Don't waste time following people online just because you think it'll get you somewhere. Don't talk to people you don't want to talk to, and don't talk about stuff you don't want to talk about. Get surgical with what you consume mentally and physically. The idea being, if you had 1 million subscribers, but your views were 1% of your subscriber base, versus if you had 10,000 subscribers and you had 10,000 views, what's better? I think the latter. Okay, I think we're going to end today's episode on this note, and tell me in the comment section below what you're struggling with, what's holding you back from uploading that first video or writing that first article or sharing a piece of work. And I will send you a copy of this book. Yeah, also follow me on Twitter and subscribe and hit that like button. I'll send this book to you. I'm not kidding. It's a real deal. I have an extra book over there somewhere. Okay. Sat Sri Akal, namaste, hello. I'll see you tomorrow.